Hey everyone! Qwen3 ASR is a family of speech recognition models that can transcribe audio files containing human speech. The Qwen3 ASR supports up to 30 languages. In this video, let's see how to use Qwen3 ASR to transcribe audio files and create subtitles as well. So, let's get started. To use Qwen3 ASR, we need a custom node pack called TTS Audio Suite, which you can install from the ComfyUI Manager. Additionally, the workflow I am using here needs two other custom nodes, Video Helper Suite and ComfyUI Easy Use. So make sure you've got the custom nodes I mentioned. The download link for the workflow I am using here is available in the description. So let's get a basic understanding of this workflow. Let's zoom to the left. In here, we have the Qwen3 TTS engine node from the TTS Audio Suite custom node pack. In this node, we can set which ASR model should be used for transcribing. Right now, it is 1.7b. If you want to use the 0.6b model, you can select that in the model size option. The 0.6b model uses less memory than the 1.7b model, so if you want to use that, select it here. Then we have the option for choosing the device for model loading. So if you want to use CPU or CUDA, select that here. I will put it on auto. Another option that is important is attention implementation. Here you can choose different attentions. I will be using Sage attention for maximum speed. Also, you can try flash attention or SDPA. Another important option is ASR use forced aligner. Set it to true for creating subtitles. The TTS engine output of this node connects to the engine input of ASR transcribe, which also comes from the TTS Audio Suite custom node pack. In this node, we can select the language we are going to transcribe. Right now, it is English. If you are using any other audio that contains a different language supported by the ASR model, you can choose that language here. Also, you can put it on auto. Then we have the task option, which provides two choices. One is transcribe, and the other is translation. Well, translated results are pretty bad. Also, this video only focused on transcription, so let's use the transcribe option. Next is the timestamps option, which is connected to the timestamps output of this node. The timestamps output will give timestamps for each word. To make sure this option works, you need to enable ASR use forced aligner in the Qwen3 TTS engine node. Then we have the chunk size. Simply put, if you want to load a long audio instead of processing the whole audio at once, it will be divided into several chunks. These chunks are then given to the model for processing. You can set the chunk size here in seconds. Right now it is 30, meaning audios longer than 30 seconds will be divided into 30-second chunks. So the model processes one chunk at a time. Another option related to chunks is overlap. Because of chunk processing, it is possible some words may fall between two chunks, and there is a chance the word may be lost or processed incorrectly. To address that, we have the overlap option, which makes sure the words between two chunks are preserved. But there is still a downside, which is the repetition of words. To reduce the repetition of words, you may need to increase the chunk size. Then we have the Enable ASR Cache option, which is for storing ASR results in memory. This is very useful when adjusting subtitle-related options. Right now, it is set to true. Now, let's focus on the Load Audio node. This node is from the Video Helper Suite. While I was making this video, the native audio loader of ComfyUI was not working, so that's why I'm using this node. In this node, we have the option for setting the start time and duration. Let's choose another audio by clicking on Choose Audio to upload. Let's choose this audio called Morning Light and click Open. We can set the duration of this audio, but since it is a short audio, let's skip that. Then we have the ASR SRT Advanced Options node also from TTS Audio Suite. It is used for customizing subtitles. Right now, it is on bypass mode. Let's talk about this node later. Okay, we are almost ready. We have the Preview as Text node for previewing the transcription. Also, for saving the transcription, we have the Save Text node from ComfyUI Easy Use. In this node, we can set the file path where we want to save the transcription. For example, if I want to save the text to downloads, I have to type the file path of the downloads folder. Let's open the downloads folder and get the file path. Click on the address bar, type CMD, and press enter. In this terminal, we can see the file path. We can select it and right-click to copy it. Alternatively, we can type CD and press enter. Here's the file path. Let's select it and right-click. Now, let's switch back to ComfyUI and paste the file path inside the Output File Path option. We can also set the file name. Let's type Morning Light and press Enter. Then we can choose the file extension. It supports 2 extensions, and I will be using TXT. Finally, we have the overwrite option for overwriting existing files. Now that we are ready, let's run the workflow and see the result. So, it's completed. Now let's play the audio and confirm if the transcription is correct.
Morning light through the window pane, I hum a tune to chase the rain. Steady steps on a quiet street, heart and rhythm, gentle beat.
As we can see, the transcription is really good. The ASR model has done a pretty good job also. Let's open the Downloads folder and confirm if the transcription was saved. So, here is the Morning Light file. As you can see, the transcription is saved perfectly into the text file. Now, let's take a look at viewing and saving subtitles. To view the subtitle, let's connect the SRT output to the source input of preview as text. To save it, let's connect the SRT output to the text input of the Save Text node. Then, for customizing the subtitle, let's activate the ASR SRT Advanced Options node. Here, we can find different styles of subtitles, including Netflix Standard, Broadcast, Fast Speech, and Mobile. Or, you can choose Custom for further adjustment. Other useful options are the names starting with dedupe, which are useful for removing repeating words caused by chunking. You may need to play with these settings to get the correct values. There are a lot of options in this node, and I suggest playing with them to see how they affect subtitle generation. Let's run the workflow and see the result. That was fast because we have the previous ASR results cached in memory. You can see the subtitles in the preview as text node, and they are also saved by the Save Text node. However, they are saved in TXT format, so we need to change the extension from TXT to SRT to use them with media players. Let's change the extension. Open the Downloads folder. Before changing extension, let's open the file in Notepad. You can see the result is saved perfectly. Now, let's close Notepad and change the extension. Click on View, go to Show, and click on File Name Extensions. Now the File Manager is showing the extension. Select the file and press the F2 button on the keyboard. Change it from TXT to SRT and press Enter. A warning window will appear. Just press Enter again. Now let's use the subtitle with the audio we transcribed. Let's open the Music folder in a new tab and open the audio called Morning Light in Pot Player. Let's pause the audio, move the media player to the center and resize the window. Then go to Downloads and drag and drop the SRT into Pot Player. Now let's play the audio.
Morning light through the window pane, I hum a tune to chase the rain. Steady steps on a quiet street, heart and rhythm, gentle beat.
As you can see, the subtitle worked perfectly. There are also other ways you can include subtitles in your audios. Now, let's switch back to ComfyUI. What if we want the subtitle to show only one word at a time instead of phrases? For that, we can change the SRT mode option in the ASR SRT Advanced Options node to words. Now, let's run the workflow. As you can see, the phrases are divided into words, so when we use the subtitle, only one word shows at a time. We can also connect the timestamps output to the source input of preview as text and run the workflow to see the timestamps for each word. Finally, there is the info output, which will show some other relevant information. So, let's transcribe another audio. Let's choose a different file. Maybe let's choose Emma01. Since the audio is too long, let's set the duration to 60 seconds. Now, let's connect the text output of ASR transcribe to the source input of preview as text. Also, let's connect it to the text input of the Save Text node. For this transcription task, we can choose a different file name. Let's type Emma Speech. Now, let's run the workflow and see the results. So, it's completed. Let's take a look at the generation time. It was around 28 seconds, so it was pretty fast. Now, let's take a look at the result. It is possible that this transcription may have repeated words, so let's play this and confirm it.
1. Emma Woodhouse, handsome, clever, and rich, with a comfortable home and happy disposition, seemed to unite.
The repetition of words is going to be between 28 and 31 seconds. As you heard, the words are repeated in the transcription. So, these are the repeated words. We can solve this by changing the chunk size to 60 and then running the workflow again. So, it's completed, and now look at the text. We got no repeated words. I suggest finding the maximum chunk size that your computer can handle and using that. Later, you can manually remove any extra repeated words if necessary. But when it comes to subtitle creation, we have the dedupe options for removing repeated words, which I talked about before. I suggest using those options to remove any repeated words produced when using the overlap option. So guys, that's all I have to say in this video. Thanks for watching. Try the model for yourself and let me know what you think. See you soon with another video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.